Welcome to Chris Farms and Extension Services alias Chris Farm Nigeria. Today we are bringing you into our netting of poultry houses. But before then, we are into farm setup. We do the A to Z of farm setup. We build, we bring in the cages, we bring in the beds, we do the A to Z for you. But today we want to talk about this netting. This netting is becoming an issue. Lots of persons have been calling me concerning netting of their poultry house. So today I want to just bring it down to our level so that we understand how to do our poultry house. But before you go into poultry house, should in case you're just popping into our YouTube channel for the first time, please subscribe. It does not cost you anything. Just click on the notification button to be notified each time we upload a new video, and click on the subscribe button to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It is free, it doesn't cost you anything. And if you subscribe, you'll be learning or seeing so many things we are doing on Chris Farms and Extension Services. And each video we upload, you'll be the first to be notified if we send a video. So today specifically we want to talk about netting of your poultry house. When you finish building your poultry house, the next thing now is do the roofing. After the roofing, the next one will be the netting. And now when it comes to netting, there are a lot of things that is involved in netting. For instance, you want to do netting that will take or that will cost or that will stay very long. There are different types of netting materials you can buy. Let's look at this for example. This is a netting substance. This is a netting material. This is the light one. And with this light one, you can get it, depending on where you go to get it, you can get it as low as 6,500 to 7,500, irrespective of where you are in Nigeria. This is the light one, and the length, a bundle is taking up to, we have a bundle of 32 feet. So the bundle of this is 32 feet. This one is between 6,500 to 7,500. Depending on where you are buying it in Nigeria. But when you have 7,000 as for now, you will get a bundle of this. Then if this is a light one, the thick one is very thick. The thick one is I see the same 32 feet, but the price of that one is between 29, let's say 30 to 35,000. You get it. This is very thick. The thick one is very thick, and that one will last longer when it comes to durability. Then apart from that, there are other ones. They have just the same price but different design. This is the boss type. There is another one like this. And when you buy this particular type, it will be very difficult for creeping animals like snake, scorpions, birds to fly through this. But the air itself can go through. All the air you need in your farm will go through your farm, and the birds will have enough air in that place. So when you are going for this, this is good. But you cannot compare it with the thick. There is a wire mesh called 1x1. By the way, 1x1, that one is very thick. That one can last very long. It won't get spoiled easily. So then when you finish deciding on the one you want to buy, should in case you are doing it, or people that are following us on our YouTube channel and they want to know how these things are done, the first thing is that if you are using the thick one, or the light one is still the same process, just that it is now the durability. Then when it comes to the wood, you can use different kinds of wood. You can use 2x6, you can use 2x4, you can use 2x2. Then this is a sample of 2x2. What we use in designing this one is 2x2. The last video which I did on netting, we use 2x4. Then if you are using 2x2, when you use the distance, the actual distance is 4 feet. We use 4 feet for the spacing. But if you are using 2x2, please use 2.5. Use 2.5 or 25, 28 or 29 inches for the spacing. When it's more than that to 4 feet, if you use this one for 4 feet, 4 by 4 feet, you see that the 2x2 will be wangly. It will be shaking because it's not strong enough. So for people using 2x2, use 2.5 spacing so that it can last long, so that it will not be shaking. Then you can use like this one. We use because of the pillars are too wide, we use 2x4 wood to hold it firmly so that it will not shake. If you look at it now, it is done well, it is strong, it's firm. So when you put in this net, you see how good it is. It lasts very well. So when you do this, you are going to get a perfect work. Then finally, when you are doing your, remember that this net is the length is 32 feet, while the height is 4 feet. 32 feet length and width is 4 feet. So depending on the feet you want, this is designed for 4 feet. Why we did it 4 feet, from here to here is 4 feet, because the wire mesh itself is 4 feet. So when you do it this way, it can work very well for you. So this is how you do your netting. So for people going into poultry farm, they want to do netting, you could use 2x4. When you are using 2x4, you can do the spacing 4 feet by 4 feet. That is to say, from here to here 4 feet, from here to here 4 feet. Or better still, you know, there are some, you have to add some things here. You can just say, okay, look at the one we did here was 4 feet. Look at it. Did you see that? 4 feet. So when you put your net, it can lap very well here and here at the weight, while the length, which is 32, you can use it to cover a long range. So that is how we do it. Then when you get to the extreme end, you cut with a scissors. Use hand gloves so that you don't get, so that the net itself will not spoil you. So these are the things you have to do by the netting system for your poultry house. So if you are doing 2x4 or 2x2, you can use that spacing. If you are using 2x2, you will use 4 feet high length, then 2.5 feet width. If you are using 2x4 wood, you use 4 feet length and 4 feet wide, because this 2x2 is stronger, is thicker, and is more expensive. This is very costly compared to this one. So the spacing for 2x2 is different from the spacing for 2x4. Let me recapitulate. If you are using 2x2 wood, let it be 4 feet high and 2.5 feet width. If you are using 2x4, make it 4 feet high and 4 feet width, because the wood itself is strong. Because this wood is very expensive, so you use less of the wood. But when you are using 2x2, you use more of the wood, because you need to do it strong so that it will not be wangling. So these are the things. Then if you are using pillar and wood together, if it is galvanized you are using, you use a steel rope to tie the two ends to have a grip of the wood and the iron together.